I remain Honorable Dr. Henry Archibong. I represent the people of Itu-Ibiono Federal Constituency in Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, there's an adage in my place that says that when a child is born in the market, there's no need for you to tell the mother to close the legs. We've had this problem, it has happened. What we should be concerned about is how do we correct them? Mr. Speaker, the problem we have is the insincerity in the system, the weakness in the system. For instance, there's a lot of insincerity from the presidency to the politicians to the grassroots, and nobody wants to do the right thing. I give you an example that happened in my state. In my state, we had an election. We had a lot of forces against the state. But the resident electoral commissioner stood his ground. Any election that was hijacked was cancelled. And the ones that were hijacked, for instance, by our former minority leader, he took the elections to INEC office and went to the unit and looked at the card reader. And he was able to ascertain where votes were inflated and where votes were cancelled. And then he was able to cancel the elections, cancel the votes based on the unit results, just like my brother Soba has said. Mr. Speaker, the other issue is INEC truly independent? How are we going to be able to make sure that INEC becomes truly independent and not dependent on the president or whoever calls the shot? That's the question that we are going to address probably in the next House of Reps coming up. Or, yeah, even now, but we have to amend the Constitution, we have to amend the Electoral Act, and as it is, it may not be possible for us to do it within this assembly. And so I urge Nigerians that, in as much as this has happened, because if we look at this cancellation, we've heard in some states where security agencies, example in Port Harcourt, went, after they had done elections, they actually went to collect the results. Why? Because they wanted to make sure that it is cancelled and so that these elections can be inconclusive. Because we have given INEC the power to declare elections inconclusive. And so people will collude with INEC to make sure that they are cancelled. And so, Mr. Speaker, what we have to do is to make sure that whenever it comes, there should be an amendment of the Constitution, amendment of the Electoral Act, to make sure that INEC becomes truly independent. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.